Hello. In this video, we'll discuss the concepts involved in Unit 1, Lesson 2 for Math 110, which covers ratios and rates. Ratios are used to compare amounts or quantities or describe a relationship between two amounts or quantities. For example, a ratio might be used to describe the cost of a month's rent as compared to the income earned in 1 month. You may also use a ratio to compare the number of elephants to the total number of animals in a zoo. Ratios can be written in two forms. One of the forms is with a colon, as you see here, and the other form is with a fraction. When you write it with either way you write it actually, you would read a ratio as A to B, or A is to B. In MOM, or My Open Math, they want you to write your ratios as fractions. It is also important to note that ratios should always be reduced, and that when you're writing ratios, you do not include units. So ratios do not include units. All right, let's go to some examples. So in example 1, we're asked to give the ratio of orange cats. Sorry, I didn't leave myself enough room there. To the total number of cats. So in example 1, we're told that Jane has 6 black cats, 4 brown cats, and 3 orange cats. So the order in which you're asked to write the ratio is important. So you always put what you're asked for first in the ratio first. So for example, this is asking for orange cats first, and there are 3 orange cats. So I would put that in the numerator. And then I'm asked for the total number of cats in the denominator. And so I'd have to add all the cats together, and that would give me 13. So this would be the top. This would be the bottom. And so it would be orange on top and total on bottom. This is already reduced, so we can stop there. For B, we're asked to give the ratio of brown cats to black cats. So brown cats would go on the top. Black cats would go on the bottom. So we're going to have brown on top over black this time instead of total on bottom. So there are 4 brown cats, so that's going to go on the top. There are 6 black cats, so that goes on the bottom. Notice, however, that this is not reduced. To reduce it, we're going to divide the top and the bottom by 2, and that will give us 2/3. In example 2, we're just asked to simplify the ratios. So 105 over 42. Well, I notice that they're both divisible by 3. If you don't know the divisibility rules for 3, if the sum of the digits is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. So for instance, 1 plus 0 plus 5 is 6. 6 is divisible by 3. 4 plus 2 is 6. So that's also divisible by 3. So this would give us 35 over 14. And if you know your multiplication facts, those are both divisible by 7. So we can reduce one more time, which gives us 5 to 2. In B, we actually have a ratio that contains decimals. So the important thing is that we multiply something that will move all the decimals in the ratio to the end. So I could multiply 4.8 by just 10, and that would make it 48. But if I multiply the top by 10, my decimal would not be at the end. It would be 16.2. So what I need to do is actually multiply both the top and the bottom by 100. And remember, it's important that whatever you're multiplying by or whatever you're dividing by is the same, because multiplying dividing by 1, which is what you're doing when they're the same, does not change the value of the number. So if I multiply by 100 on the top, that's going to move the decimal 2 places to the right, which would give me 162. If I multiply 4.8 times 100, that's going to move the decimal 2 places to the right, which would give me 480. Now, if I divide to simplify, that's going to give me, let's see, I think 27. I think I divided top and bottom by 6. So 16 divided by 6 is 2, with 4 left over. Yep. And that would give me 27. 48 divided by 6 is 8, but it's 480, so that's 80. And 27 is divisible by 3, but 80 is not. 27's odd, so it's not divisible by 2. So I believe that is as reduced as it can be. I'm going to pause the video here, and I'll create a new video to talk about rates.